Donald Trump is using his first presidential trip since his inauguration to visit communities hit by natural disasters.
The president has criticised his predecessor Joe Biden's response and suggested getting rid of the Federal Disaster Management Agency. North America correspondent Jade McMillan joins us now from the White House. Jade, thanks for your time. The president's visiting North Carolina and California.
Yeah, that's right. He's visited communities in North Carolina that were affected by last year's Hurricane Helene, and he's headed to California to a part of Los Angeles that is still grappling with those bushfires that have been burning for some time now, that have devastated parts of Southern California, where firefighters are still trying to put those large blazes out. Donald Trump has used this trip, his first outside the Washington DC area since being sworn back into the White House, to take aim at his predecessor, to criticise Joe Biden's response to both of these disasters, and to suggest a pretty major shake-up of the way that the United States deals with these sorts of events, saying that he will be signing an executive order to either overhaul or potentially eliminate FEMA, that is the Federal Emergency Management Agency. At the moment, FEMA has about 20,000 employees that coordinate with local and state authorities when disasters strike, but the president argues that it hasn't performed as it should have, and that perhaps federal funding should instead be provided directly to the states so that they can take more responsibility.
I'll also be signing an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA. I think, frankly, FEMA is not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and, whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time calling FEMA.
And Jade, this comes as Donald Trump's immigration plans continue to move forward as well.
Yeah, Donald Trump campaigned very heavily on immigration. He has repeatedly claimed that he believes it was the number one issue that won him this election over other issues like the cost of living. He has promised to carry out the largest deportation program in American history. He wants the military to be part of that operation. So the Pentagon is sending more troops to the southern border with Mexico. And today, the White House press secretary has released photos showing that military aircraft have been used as part of deportation operations, flying people out of the country, reportedly to Guatemala. Now, speaking of the Pentagon, Donald Trump's controversial pick to lead that agency, Pete Hegseth, will face a vote later today. The Senate set to decide whether the military veteran and former Fox News host is to be confirmed as Defence Secretary. Pete Hegseth has faced a number of allegations as he's been through this process, including an allegation of sexual assault that he denies. Concerns also raised about his alcohol consumption and about past comments in which he said that women shouldn't serve in combat roles. Donald Trump's party controls the Senate with a narrow margin. We have seen a couple of Republicans in that chamber coming out against Pete Hegseth, but if the numbers hold where they currently appear to be, he will be confirmed. Nothing is guaranteed though, so there'll be a lot of focus up on Capitol Hill later tonight, local time.